A woman is suing her boyfriend for not proposing to her after 8 years together. An erectile dysfunction drug was mistakenly packaged with an antidepressant drug. And China flight attendants have been advised to wear diapers for COVID protection. These are the weird stories for Thursday on Weird AF News. I'm your host, JONESY. This is the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. I have some weird stories from around the world. Come on.
You're listening to Weird AF News with JONESY.
A woman sues her boyfriend for not proposing after 8 years together. Have you ever felt like you're wasting your time in a relationship that doesn't seem to be going anywhere? Well, one woman has taken the matter into her own hands. She decided to sue her partner for wasting her time. Her name is Gertrude Nagoma. She got a little impatient waiting for her boyfriend to pop the question. Impatient? 8 years? I don't think that's impatient. If you said 8 months, I'd be like, absolutely impatient. What are you doing, Gertrude? Give it some time. Meet the family. Get a dog together for a little while. See how that goes. Gertrude took him to court. She took her boyfriend to court. I didn't even know you could do this. Let's learn how this works, because maybe some of you want to use this same tactic. Maybe you've been in a relationship for a long time and you're waiting. The clock is ticking. This boyfriend's name is Herbert Solilicki. He's age 28. Gertrude has a child with him, and he's being taken to court by her in a place called Zambia to demand that he outline his plans for the future. She wants him to outline his plans. Well, I hate to tell you, Gertrude, but if he hasn't proposed to you yet, his plans are not to propose to you. I mean, it's 8 years, lady. Get the clue. The local media reported that Gertrude informed the court that she feels that her partner is not very serious about their relationship after she caught him texting someone else. Well, yeah, I mean, if he's texting someone else and hasn't proposed to you, I think the writing is on the wall. Although Herbert has not proposed, he has issued a dowry payment. In Zambia, that's a tradition for men to pay an appreciation fee to the family of their fiancé. This is taken as a sign they are willing to look after their wife-to-be. However, despite this money exchanging hands, the couple have actually never lived together, even though they share a child. Well, what the heck is going on over there? 8 years and you don't live together? How are you going to know it's going to work? You have a kid without living together? This all seems so strange, the whole setup. When asked why this is all so, Herbert says he cannot afford it and doesn't currently have the financial security to pay for a wedding at the moment. If you can't pay for a wedding, why are you making babies, Herbert? Seems awfully stupid. It says here, in his defense, Herbert also claimed that Gertrude has not been a very good girlfriend, and he blamed her for not giving him the attention and care he needs in the relationship. Well, then why are you staying with her for 8 years, Herbert? What are you doing? You're to blame here as well. It says not only this, but Gertrude also brought up Herbert's commitment to their relationship, as she reckons he could be entertaining another woman. Entertaining? Does that mean giving her a lap dance? Making her a playlist? What does that mean, entertaining? Taking her out for a hookah? A hookah? And to dance the polka? I don't know. I don't know what you do for entertainment in Zambia. It doesn't sound... I'd imagine there's not a lot to do there. It doesn't indicate what Gertrude is actually looking for as far as compensation goes in this case. Is she hoping to get an amount of money? If this guy can't afford a wedding, as he claims, I don't know how she's going to get any money out of him. And it'll be interesting to see what the judge rules on this. What do you guys think? Call the show. Is there a case here? Should you be able to sue somebody for dating you for 8 years and not proposing? For really wasting your time? Call the show, 646-450-2012. An erectile dysfunction medication was mixed up with an antidepressant in a packaging error. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration announced a voluntary recall due to a mix-up of an antidepressant and an erectile dysfunction medication. Tennessee-based Avcare. Avcare? Did I say it correctly? I don't know. These pharmaceutical companies have weird names. They recalled one lot of sildenafil 100 milligram tablets, and one lot of trazodone, 100 milligram tablets. The two products were inadvertently packaged together during bottling at a third-party facility. According to the announcement, unintentional consumption of sildenafil used to treat... Am I saying it right? Sildenafil? Sildenafil? Why don't they just call it boner drug? I mean, come on, man. They got to make everything so fancy. Just call it Boner Incorporated. Did you take your boner pill? Take the boner pill. No one's going to question if you call it boner pill, okay? They use this sildenafil to treat erectile dysfunction. It says here it can pose serious health risks to consumers with underlying health issues. For example, it could interact with nitrates found in some prescription drugs, lowering blood pressure to dangerous levels. Oh boy. Meanwhile, unintended consumption of the other one, trazodone, an antidepressant. Just call it a happy pill. Happy pill. The trazodone. Unintended consumption of the happy pill, which is an antidepressant and a sedative, can cause sedation, dizziness, constipation, and blurred vision. I love it. I love it. It's a pill to make you happy, but it also causes constipation, which is going to put you right back where you started, unhappy. These side effects on these drugs are just ridiculous, man. I don't even know how you can put these out there in the market. It's like anal leakage. Well, all right. Well, if this is a pill to make me happy, but it causes anal leakage, aren't I back where I started? Or if this is a pill to give me a boner and it causes anal leakage, I'm not going to get laid in the first place because my anus is leaking. So what's the point? I'm not going to go on a whole rant about how we should be taking natural drugs and plants and whatnot. But, you know, for every little ailment that you have, if you dig a little bit deeper in your own research, you'll usually find a plant that can help you that doesn't have side effects such as dizziness and suicide. Because come on. The effects may be more concerning to elderly patients who take this trazodone, aka the happy pill, due to an increased risk of falling over and for driving impaired. AvCare has notified its distributors and customers and is arranging for the return of all the recalled products. Well, I hope you get it together, AvCare. You can't have people out there having heart attacks from the boner drug. You know, you hear about these stories all the time. People take erectile dysfunction medications, and they have a heart attack in the middle of gymnastics. I'll tell you, we better get these things recalled, or people are going to have a big surprise. You're going to take your happy pill, and you're going to get a big boner, and you're going to wonder why. But, I mean, it might make you happy, so maybe it'll still work for some people. I don't know. Contrarily, if you're taking an ED drug, and instead you take a happy pill, well, you know, good things still might happen for you. We don't know. In other words, this could be a wash at the end of the day. Everyone might be just winning. We don't know. And now for the sounds of Jonesy drinking coffee. Oh, yeah, come to daddy. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Yay! China flight attendants have been advised to wear diapers. The Civil Aviation Administration of China released some guidelines for the country's airline industry, which it oversees. One of those suggestions is that personnel, such as flight attendants, wear disposable diapers on flights so that they don't need to use the restroom. This has raised some eyebrows, of course. Diapers on the flight attendants? Of course it raises eyebrows. Under the advisory, a section on PPE has advised cabin crew on flights to and from some high-risk countries to wear medical masks, double-layer disposable medical gloves. That seems reasonable. Goggles, okay. Disposable hats. All right, I thought those hats were disposable anyways. They were silly. Disposable protective clothing. Okay. Disposable shoe covers. Well, this is a lot, man. And disposable diapers, which is just Okay, all right. Disposable diapers. I guess if you want to stay out of the bathroom. The thing is, though, everybody on the plane is going to use the bathroom anyways. So if someone on the flight that isn't a cabin crew member has it, then regardless of whether you guys are wearing diapers or not, I'm going to be exposed. We're all going to be exposed. How about this? How about you hand us all this equipment that you're wearing? Medical mask, a disposable hat, some shoe coverings, goggles. Give me some goggles and give me disposable diapers. I'll wear those on the flight if it means I don't have to get up and go to the bathroom. I've often thought, you know what? Certain crowded flights, I don't want to get out of my seat. Maybe I got a nice window seat and I'm comfortable and I don't want to crawl over 8 people to go to the bathroom. There's a long line for the damn bathroom as it is. Those bathrooms suck. They smell. You got to do like a balancing act. It's like you're working in the cirque. You got to be like a Cirque du Soleil gymnast to brace yourself during like a bumpy flight while you're trying to take a whiz. So oftentimes I've thought to myself, I would just love to be wearing a disposable diaper right now on my flight. That way I don't have to ever get up. And by the way, sometimes I'm cold on those flights and then, all I got to do is urinate in my diaper. Next thing you know, I'm all warm and fuzzy inside. Ha. I mean, it solves a lot of problems. And during COVID-19 on these flights, which I'd imagine are pretty anxious, you got to be filled with anxiety on these flights, going to that bathroom, among other things. You don't want to go to the bathroom. You're afraid of the COVID. Why not wear a diaper? All of us wearing diapers. I assume the pilots are wearing diapers already. I never see them go to the bathroom. I'm always like, they never leave that cockpit. I know there's no bathroom in there. They're wearing diapers, clearly. Why shouldn't us all wear diapers? I'm just trying to come up with a solution here. It says here, airplane bathroom design was already a hot topic before COVID-19, but the pandemic has focused efforts to come up with some new solutions in plane design. Japanese airline ANA announced earlier this year it was testing out a prototype of a new hands-free lavatory door. Oh, that seems pretty cool. However, everything else inside the lavatory you got to touch, so maybe figure that out too, ANA. Also, Boeing has successfully applied for a patent on a self-cleaning lavatory that would use UV light to clean 99.9% of bathroom germs after every use. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. UV light technology in the bathroom, Boeing. Combine that with the hands-free and you're in business. Have you guys been flying during COVID? I've been very afraid of flying. I'm afraid to be in any indoor, close-quartered area with strangers breathing the same air. I'm just very nervous about that. And also, how comfortable would you be if your cabin crew was all wearing diapers? I'd like to know when they come over. Are you okay with someone delivering you a tray of food with poop in their pants and you know it? Call the show, 646-450-2012. Come, and listen to Weird AF News. The news is so weird. The news is so weird. Every day, recording in the closet. Hi, everybody. I'm overly caffeinated, as you can tell. And I want to show some love to my listeners and my supporters. Oh, baby, yeah. We're going to begin with Wesley Reed. Wesley Reed joined the Patreon, and that's why I'm giving a shout out to Wesley Reed. What a cool name, Wesley Reed. Wesley says, just wanted to thank you, Jonesy, for Weird AF News in the time of COVID and the despair that our country has seen this year. You, sir, have been a beacon of light and fun. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope this continues as I get the chance to see you perform live one day live. Yes, I hope you do see me perform live one day live. Wesley Reed. I did do a show fairly recently. I don't know if I told you all, but it was a private show on the roof of a luxury apartment building in Hollywood, and it was about 3 Thursdays ago. Did I post a photo of it on Instagram? I haven't yet because I haven't received the photos from the show, but I'm going to get them any moment, and I will share them on Instagram at Funny Jones. And just to describe the scene for you, it was a pretty large rooftop. The sun had gone down. It was dark, and the tables were pretty distant, and the seating was really, really distant from the stage, and everyone was spread out. And it was a kind of a chilly night. I wasn't sure people were going to come that live in the apartment building, which probably houses about, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 people live in this apartment complex. But to my great pleasure and surprise, about 30 to 40 people, residents of the building, came out with blankets and BYOB, and they sat spaced out wearing masks, and they just loved the show, which was about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes. It was me and two other comedian friends of mine, and people just really enjoyed it, and I was very encouraged by that. It made me want to produce another one of these private apartment rooftop shows, because clearly people are starving for live entertainment, and that made me feel good. And it felt really good to perform in front of live people. It had been a long time. I hadn't done it since May. I'd only done some of those Zoom shows, which are just the worst ever. The worst ever. One time I was doing a Zoom comedy show, and somebody hacked it and started drawing penises on my face, like on the screen. I'm like, what? I mean, how do you prepare for such a heckle? I've never been heckled. I've been heckled many times. Never have I been heckled by someone drawing penises on my face. It was very strange. I didn't know how to react. I mean, it was funny, built-in humor, but after a while it became annoying. And these hackers need to get a life. Get a life, hackers! You got something better to do than to hack our Zoom comedy show and mess with us? Anyways, I don't know why I'm on this long tangent. Oh, yeah, it's caffeine. Okay, got another patron. Thank you, Wesley Reed. We have another one, Christina Duck, D-U-C-K. I don't know if that's your real last name, or you have an alias, Christina Duck. Any relation to Donald? I bet you get that. I bet you never get that. I bet you never get that, Christina. I know, I'm original with my jokes. Christina Duck has joined the Patreon. Woo, woo. Yeah, thank you, Christina. I hope you enjoy the bonus episodes and all the bonus material. I posted something this morning in the Patreon, something related to a very weird, one of my favorite weird authors. And so, yeah, you get extra stuff in there. Jonesy puts weird stuff in there. When I come across weird stuff, if I like it, I put it in the Patreon. And I'm very curious about the weird things going on in the world and in history. So when I find stuff that I think is cool, I put it in there for you guys to take in and to comment on and to share or whatever. Oh, I got gas. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Okay. So listen, still doing the Patreon holiday challenge as per Michael from Iowa City, who I'm forever grateful for. He's going to match your Patreon donation, either at the $2 or $5 level. And so please, there's still time to join. How do you join? You're wondering. Okay, it's easy. You go to Patreon, patreon.com/weirdafnews, or go to weirdafnews.com. Click on the link there as well. It's right on the homepage. Or if you're listening to this on the YouTube channel, in the description of the YouTube video, there's a link to the Patreon. And on some of your podcast players, there's also a link in the description of your podcast player in my podcast to the Patreon as well. So you can click on it in there. Yeah, if you're listening on a smart speaker, I have no idea how you find Patreon on there. I think you just grab your smartphone and go to it manually. Do it like that. Don't do me like that. What else? I guess that's it. That's enough due diligence. You can email the show Florida Friday articles if you'd like to, because Florida Friday's coming up tomorrow, guys. As you know, I don't got to tell you. You know it's Florida Fridays on the horizon. You know it's right on deck, as we say in the baseball world. Florida Friday on deck. So if you'd like to send me a Florida story, here's the email. funnyjones@gmail.com. Pretty easy. Do it.